Hello and welcome to the Fuzzy Loaf Podcast, where two dorks talk about the week's happenings in geek and pop culture. I am your host, Scott. With me as always is Matt. Say hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt. I'm just kidding.
Classic.
Ha ha ha.
Well, without further ado, let's just get into the geek news this week.
All right. So we'll start with movies, and I put things in categorically alphabetical order. So
this is
starting with
favorites.
DC. Yeah. In an odd turn of events, there will be an R-rated version of Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. This version won't appear in theaters, though.
It'll be on
the Ultimate Edition Blu-ray. Yeah. Why the hell did they announce this before the movie comes out?
Because they're dumb.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to, for me, personally, this news kind of reaffirms what Devin Faraci said a few weeks ago on Hitfix. We're like, they're pretty nervous about this. And I'm just like, yeah, they are. Mm-hmm. Why would you announce on the DVD there's going to be an R-rated version? But not in theaters.
Yeah, why go see the
then I'll just wait for it to come out on DVD. Mm-hmm. Some people really will have that mentality.
Yeah.
I mean, not us, because we kind of need to go see it to judge it, but... And why would you make an R-rated Batman and Superman movie?
The reason, or the rating comes because of extended scenes of violence or something, or extended scenes of extreme violence or something like that, if I remember.
How extreme does Batman and Superman... Is Superman using his laser vision to cut people's arms off?
I don't know. I mean, we saw the image of Batman torturing somebody, so possibly it could be straight up fucking torture porn. I have no idea, but you can get away with quite a lot as long as you don't show.
Snyder.
Yeah. Well, and people were relating it to people were relating it to Watchmen. How Watchmen had a rated R version.
But Watchmen is a rated R comic.
Yeah, but people were saying that version of the film was much better than the version that came out in theaters because
the R version was in theaters.
The unrated, whatever the
4-hour extended
the extended version.
That was I do like the 4-hour version.
Yeah,
but it's totally different than Batman and Superman. There's no reason for that in a Batman and Superman movie. It just seems like Warner and DC just don't know what the hell to do.
And it almost feels like because they announced it after Deadpool had so much success that it's kind of yeah, don't worry guys, we also have an R-rated thing.
And everyone's just face palm. God damn it. That's all I gotta say is God damn it.
God damn it, DC.
Dumb. So fucking stupid.
All right, moving on. We skipped quite a bit to the letter M for Marvel.
Wow.
There's not a lot.
How does your alphabet work?
DMU. That's the order for movie news.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Well. All right. So Marvel. If you don't want to know who Martin Freeman's character is in the upcoming Captain America: Civil War, please tune out for the next minute.
Even if you don't tune out, you probably still will have no idea who his character is.
Yeah. It's not of any huge consequence. No. So, Empire revealed that Martin Freeman is none other than Everett Ross. Yeah, I had to double check.
He's an ambassador to...
He starts in the U.S. State Department, and then in the comics, he transitions into a role with the Wakanda government.
Right.
Which kind of makes sense.
So, to cast an actor like Martin Freeman in seemingly such a minor role, he's going to play a bigger part in the Black Panther solo film.
Yeah, and he's probably also going to play a part in the Sokovia Accord, that whole part.
Right, he'll
that's
be introduced in this.
Yeah,
but he will also be in just like Andy Serkis was in Age of Ultron, where he was Claw, who was barely in it, just enough to get his arm cut off. But if you know Black Panther, Claw's going to be the villain in Black Panther. Mm-hmm. So they're just setting everything. I kind of like how they're setting everything up for Black Panther, where it's all in these other films. So when we go into Black Panther, we can just hit the ground running.
Yeah.
We don't have to deal with all this fucking setup and everything. We just,
especially because Black Panther and Captain Marvel, I think, are going to be Marvel's two... I mean, I guess Ant-Man probably also was, but these are going to be two films that are going to be really hard to set up because people are just not aware of who these people are.
I think Black Panther will be easier because I think a lot of people know of Black Panther.
Yeah.
They don't know anything about him, but they know who Black Panther is as a character. More so than Ant-Man, I'd say.
Yeah.
He's the black superhero.
Yeah. The one that
He was
Marvel
like the
has.
first.
Yeah,
I think it was like the first ever.
maybe.
Might.
I'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott, guess what?
What?
Captain America Civil War is going to have a controversial ending. And did you hear that Pepper Potts is confirmed to be in the movie?
Hope they kill Pepper Potts.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you want to take a ride to Speculation Station? Because that announcement happened in the same freaking interview. She's dead.
I hope so. I don't think they're gonna kill Cap or Iron Man.
I don't think so either, because they still have them on contract for more films.
Well, and
this.
they'd obviously bring them back in Infinity War no matter what. So to kill one of them off would just be like they're doing
it would feel inconsequential.
They're doing the whole they're dying and they're brought back. I mean, Marvel does it in the comics too, to the point where like nobody cares.
Yeah, death doesn't really mean anything.
No, and in the movies, like I think it should mean something more in the movies than it does in the comics.
And I guess maybe the mindset is if they killed them off now, we have 2 years between Captain America and Infinity War is Part 1.
Yes.
So maybe in their eyes that's enough time between, but it's like I don't think that is really to kill somebody, have it feel like a heavy, real emotional impact, and then bring them back.
Yeah.
Especially if they're gonna have to just kill them again because their contract is up.
Right.
You know,
Who
it's
knows?
like
it's. Do you think because we talked about how like Black Panther's being introduced incrementally before the movie? Do you think we'll get Captain Marvel introduced in Infinity War?
Maybe.
But her solo movie takes
sense.
place in between
Infinity Wars 1 and 2. Yeah. That could be a good introduction.
Was supposed to take place in between though.
Yeah, I think the original lineup wasn't really like people take it as it was set in stone. I think Marvel was just saying like these are the movies that are coming out. These are kind of the time. This is the timeline we're kind of working with.
I think introducing her in Infinity War would be good because that way we can she could get her origin from there. Say she gets the Kree come to Earth or whatever, and she her gets her powers because we know she gets her powers from the Kree. Hopefully they will keep that same background.
Yeah,
and then in her solo movie we just see her doing what she does. I don't know of her much as a solo character, what she does. I know her more of just her with the Avengers.
Yeah.
She's like the powerhouse. So they could go any direction in her solo movie and they have no idea what.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same way with a lot of these characters. Like a lot of these characters before the MCU weren't really solo characters. Like they may have had solo runs, but there was
like 5 issues.
All right, moving on to the next bit. We're talking about Universal. If you like watching giant robots punch other giant things, including possibly other giant robots or monsters, I'll kick that over to you so you can have that back. You may have liked Pacific Rim.
It was kind of fun. I made fun of it the whole time I was watching it, though.
Universal announced last year that it was not going to be part of their 2017 lineup, and now we kind of found out why, because Guillermo del Toro is no longer tied to the project, and now... let me double check his name.
Stephen S. DeKnight.
Yeah, Stephen S. DeKnight, who was the showrunner from Daredevil, will now be helming director.
He also did Spartacus and a few other things too. He's been around. I think he was on Angel and like the Joss Whedon stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool. I think Guillermo del Toro always has a cool vision, but the execution's not always the best. So I think for someone to take ideas that he created and then build off them is really cool.
I agree.
That makes me more excited for Pacific Rim 2 because I thought Pacific Rim could have been really cool. It was kind of just weird and some of the story points made no sense.
It was a fun 6 out of 10 movie. Whereas like none of this makes any sense, but I got to see some giant robots kick the shit out of aliens.
And stuff. Yeah, that was pretty cool. So that actually kind of makes me a little excited for Pacific Rim 2.
I know some people are freaking out, but to me, like you said, Guillermo del Toro has like great vision, but not great follow through.
Yep.
He's kind of like Peter Molyneux in the gaming world. I don't know if you know that. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. I don't play video games. That what we're talking about later.
Yes. So moving on to TV news, we have CW up first. Once again, alphabetical order.
Right, of course.
It looks like Riverdale, CW's live-action rendition of Archie, has cast its Veronica. It'll be newcomer actress Camila Mendez. She's been in like a few small things, but nothing.
I have no idea who she is.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I don't know anyone they're casting for this show.
Except
Cole Sprouse.
Yeah, I was going to say Cole Sprouse.
Of course I watched Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Also, found out from a little digging that the show is being produced in part by Greg Berlanti. So, who knows?
Also makes sense because he basically runs the CW now.
Yeah. He's the Kevin Feige of the CW.
Pretty much.
And also mildly DC TV universe.
Yeah.
Speaking of DC TV universe.
Wow, great segue,
yeah,
man.
DC and NBC's upcoming comic book comedy TV show, Powerless, has cast Vanessa Hudgens in its pilot episode.
They also cast Alan Tudyk and Danny Pudi.
Yeah, there's quite a few people.
They're getting some good people in
there. For those who don't know, Powerless centers around an insurance company set in DC's universe that deals with the destruction and claims as a result of the heroes and villains of the universe.
Now, my only thing with this is having a comedy set in the DC universe sounds kind of weird because we haven't seen any comedy from DC.
Yes.
Not even in their movies. Like, there's no comedy.
I think they're billing it as a comedy. It's probably going to be more like a dramedy. Like a... In my mind,
these are comedic actors, though.
Yeah, these are comedic actors, but I don't think it's gonna be like, woohoo,
See, I think they are trying to go for like a workplace comedy
kind
of thing. They're trying to make it like The Office, but set with Superman and Batman.
It could work. I have faith in the actors. I don't have faith in
I do too.
DC's department.
I don't either.
But
even though I like all the DC shows, but they're not comedies.
Mm-hmm. But here's a description of her character. Her character is Emily Locke, an insurance claims adjuster who loves her job because she gets to help people. Emily likes to fly under the radar and just get her work done. She finds herself increasingly exasperated by the disruptive antics of the various superheroes that proliferate in her city. That doesn't sound.
Do we think this will take place in the movie universe, TV universe?
DC is going to have
a separate one.
Yeah, it's like DC. You're going to have some splaining to do because the way that they have everything set up right now is kind of confusing
to like normal people.
Yeah, I don't mean like it's ultra confusing, but I mean
that aren't like mega nerds like us.
Yeah, because you're right. It could take if it takes place in the movie universe, then we're not going to have a chance at seeing these superheroes unless it's just supercuts from the movie in the TV show.
I don't think we're not going to see any of them. They're just going to be mentioned.
Yeah.
I think that's what they said.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of more interested in what's the Marvel one? It's
I was really confused because at first I was like, wait, isn't this a show being put on by Marvel? But there's two shows.
Yeah,
same.
Marvel's is slightly different. Marvel's is there's a name because it's actually based off a comic.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the name right now, but they're basically the cleanup crew. They actually go around and clean up the disasters created by Marvel superheroes and stuff.
That'll be sweet. And because it's Marvel, we know that it's all set in the same universe.
Yeah.
No questions.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of Marvel, oh my God. Moving on.
Well, these segues are fucking killer.
It is amazing. Some interesting news came this week in the form of a plot synopsis for Marvel's Most Wanted. These new series will star Mockingbird and Hunter from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., played by Adrian Palicki and Nick Blood.
Such a badass name.
Yeah, I know. I wish my name was Nick Blood.
Right.
So there's mild spoilers, possibly. So tune out for 30 seconds if you don't want. The series centers on Bobby Morse, a.k.a. Mockingbird, and Lance Hunter of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., two ex-spies and ex-spouses who are on the run with no friends, no shield, and a long list of enemies looking to claim a bounty on their heads. Able to trust no one but each other, Bobby and Hunter form an uneasy alliance with Dominic Fortune, a rogue adventurer with a wealth of resources and even more adversaries.
Why are they on the run?
I don't know. We don't know that. He agrees to protect them as long as they help him with his own agenda. These two heroes will help anyone in need, all while trying to uncover the conspiracy that put their own lives in jeopardy. I presume that if this is the mid-season show that's coming this fall, or is this the summer show?
Summer?
Then
I don't think they have a time release yet for it.
Okay, then we will see something this season of S.H.I.E.L.D. Something's going to happen that's going to be like, oh shit.
We'll see. I'm not really interested in this show at all.
It's one of those. It's the same reason why I didn't really get into Agent Carter, because it's like it's it just feels like more of the same Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but not necessarily the characters that I'm already...
Yeah. I don't know. I fell off Agent Carter, really.
Yeah.
You can tell it's being canceled, too.
Yeah. She's moving on to other projects, it looks like.
I like Hayley Atwell, so I'll follow her.
Yeah.
So whatever she does, I don't really care.
Part 2 of Daredevil Season 2 trailer released this week, this time giving us a much more in-depth look at Elektra and her relationship with Matt Murdock, a.k.a. Daredevil.
Yeah, this trailer was tight. It got me pretty excited for Daredevil.
Yeah, I wrote, I am so hyped for this season.
Yeah, I can't wait. It'll be one of those shows where I watch the first episode at 2 in the morning when it goes up on Netflix.
Yeah, unfortunately, I will be at South by, so I'll probably be up when it gets released. But
probably. Is Texas in the same...
yep, it's Central.
Central to that? Yeah. That's convenient, I guess.
Yeah.
I wish it was because it goes up midnight on the West Coast, which is easy. I could stay up and watch a few episodes, but it comes out 2 in the morning here. I can't stay up that late. 3 in the morning on the East Coast.
Yeah. At that point, you might as well just wake up at like 5 in the morning on the East Coast and just be 2 hours behind or something.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so according to Entertainment Weekly, Game of Thrones actor Finn Jones has been cast as the martial arts master known as Iron Fist in Netflix and Marvel's Daredevil universe and TV show of the same name. So, what is your thoughts on this?
Well, just like everyone else online, I think they kind of dropped the ball on an opportunity to cast an Asian American actor in the role. Because, I mean, basically people are saying this was Marvel's chance to right some wrongs of the past in the comics where everyone was a white guy, you know?
Yeah.
And because you could have made him Asian American and it would have worked just the same. Would have not
Iron
changed his
Fist
character
in the comic?
Bit. He's white.
Okay.
He's white and blonde dude.
So, I suppose maybe that's why they did it. But yeah.
But at the same time, you could change his character.
It would make more sense with his origin.
Right. And it would have no real effects on the character. Except to add some more diversity. And they didn't. Which I think is kind of a bummer.
I agree, but at the same time, I think people are getting mad about something that's a non-issue. If he was an Asian character in the comic and they cast a blonde white guy, then that would be a huge issue. But
right. I think people are... I don't know if people are mad.
Yeah.
Like me, I'm not mad because there's no reason for me to be mad about it. I'm just like bummed. Like you had an opportunity and you kind of missed it. You didn't really take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Just kind of seems stupid. It's like, why not? But...
yeah.
Whatever.
Also, Scott Buck, showrunner for the final seasons of Dexter, will be the showrunner for Iron Fist.
Yeah,
I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
I know. It's just I don't think we had talked about it on here yet. Yeah, I don't really watch Game of Thrones. I don't know this actor. I don't know if he's going to be good or bad.
People who watch Game of Thrones don't even know who he is.
So. But what we've seen so far of Daredevil and Jessica Jones, they've done a great job. So I have faith in them. And
it could be like a cool martial arts show. I want to see like more ninjas and stuff and kung fu.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to keep the mystic side.
I think so.
Yeah, I hope
they're introducing the hand and stuff in Daredevil, so probably.
Yeah, super excited for Daredevil.
Yeah,
only a couple weeks. Yeah. Okay, final bit of news. This is filed under nerd, which is just like my miscellaneous, has nothing to do with anything.
Of course.
A man dressed in a terrible Deadpool costume robbed a bank in Ohio and got away with $2,000. And they literally have no idea who this man is.
He only got $2,000.
I know, that's what I thought. I was like, $2,000. I was like, fucking let him get away.
That's chump change.
Yeah. I was like, how do you rob a bank and only get $2,000?
To me, $2,000 would be like life changing.
Yeah, but shit. I just love it because there's a ton of pictures of him, and it's like a really, really bad homemade Deadpool costume, and he's like standing in line, waiting behind everybody, and then finally gets up and is like, I supposedly made threats against her life. It didn't look like he had any weapons on him, though, so I couldn't tell for real if he was or what was going on, but...
I mean, banks are supposed to cooperate with those people.
Yeah.
Money's all insured anyway, so...
Yeah. I just thought it was funny.
What if it was Ryan? It's Ryan Reynolds. He just got way too into the character.
It was like a... I don't want to say short. I think he was like 5'7" and was like 210 pounds from what they could tell from the cameras. So I was like, it looks like an average guy to me.
That's all right.
Yeah. Anyways, now we're on to the main topic. Do you want to introduce it, or do you want me to talks about it.
You do it. You're better than me.
Okay.
My mouth is really dry too. I'm gonna drink some more water when you talk.
All right. So this week, Pokemon turned 20 years old. In celebration of this, Nintendo held a Pokemon-centric Nintendo Direct and announced Pokemon Sun and Moon for release this holiday season.
Yes. We're pretty sure it's Gen 7, but no one said Generation 7.
I guess it's true. I never thought about that.
But they've already announced a new Pokemon a few weeks ago, Magearna. So that's a Gen 7 Pokemon. So I'm assuming this is Gen 7.
Yeah. So not much is known about, I said the 7th generation of Pokemon, but I guess Sun and Moon, we don't know.
We'll just say 7th generation in quotations.
But through some of the stills shown off in the teaser trailer, there was some game design stuff up on the walls. It looks like it's going to be set in a tropical place. Looks like Pokemon will be able to ride in vehicles, and you may be able to operate said vehicles.
That'd be sweet.
Possibly. And then they showed off like a wireframe design of a bird Pokemon that looked really tropical and weird. So
it kind of looked like a Fletchling to me, but who knows?
Oh. Is that a newer Pokemon?
That's a Gen 6.
Okay, I'm not familiar.
I know you're getting back into Pokemon, and
Yes.
I'm like your shepherd. I'm guiding
Yes.
your way into
Yes, you are.
back into, because I was a person who I never quit playing Pokemon after since the original games came out.
Yeah.
I've always played, so I can help you get back into the world.
Yes, help me. Guide me, Scott.
Yes. So, Sun and Moon, I'm like, great. Now I'm going to be checking Cerebi every day, waiting for new like Koro images to be posted and new trailers and stuff to be announced. Just until it comes out in like Pokemon games usually come out in October.
Yeah.
So
I'd be cool with that because
it says holiday. I'm guessing October
worst
is
case scenario,
usually-
if I can't buy a 3DS for myself, like if it just doesn't make financial sense, I'll get one for my birthday.
Oh yeah, your birthday's in November.
Yeah, so I can wait a month.
Yeah. Or it'll come out in November. Something. It will be. I think December would be too late. It'll come out around October, November.
When game makers say holiday, they usually mean before, because they want to give you time before Christmas while people are still buying gifts.
So you can get it.
Yeah.
And Black Friday.
Yeah, and imagine the bundles, all of the bundles,
Yeah.
the Pokemon bundles.
Yeah. They don't really do a lot of Pokemon bundles.
I think they will with the 3DS if it comes out around that time, especially if they have the new 3DS XL that hasn't really been selling.
Oh
great.
yeah, I didn't buy one of those.
So that would be a good opportunity to get a shitload of those.
I wanted one of those, but it's not worth it.
Yeah, I was looking. It's like $220.
My 3DS is fine.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I know the answer to this. First question.
Yes.
Are you or are you not excited for Pokemon Sun and Moon?
Oh, I am like the hype train is. It's just rolling. It's chugging down. Oh yeah, I'm so ready.
To preface this, we should say this is like one of the only games series that you play.
I don't even play video games.
Yeah.
I have a Wii U and with Mario Kart and Smash Brothers, and then I have a 3DS with all Pokemon games.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't play video games.
What do you want to see in Pokemon Sun and Moon? Like what? Because I'm not familiar with Gen 6. I think I dropped off Gen 5.
I'll be getting you into Gen. You'll be getting into Gen 6.
Yeah. So like, what are some of the new systems that you like or that you don't like and don't want to see in it? And what are some ideas for shit that you want to see that hasn't been done yet?
I don't know. I'm actually pretty content with everything in Gen 6. I didn't like the idea of introducing the fairy type at first, and now I do like it a lot because it means my Wigglytuff can be useful.
Yeah, see, I always thought, especially, starting off in like red and blue and then working my way up, it was like every time they introduced more and more types, I was like, yes, because it finally makes more sense. Like a normal type Pokemon that's like boring.
The fairy type was introduced. It's the first new type introduced since Dark and Steel were in Gold and Silver.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? I'm trying to. Oh, I guess you're probably right.
Yeah, I am.
I haven't paid attention to that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean, adding a new type is a very big thing because it's basically a huge retcon to the entire game. They have to explain why didn't this type exist before, and stuff like that.
Well, it's not that big of a deal.
No, it's Pokemon.
I mean, because they're fairy Pokemon. I mean, they were considered like fairy Pokemon.
So like,
it's like
like Clefairy and Herline, they all lost the normal type, and now they're pure fairy.
That's
like
great.
Snubbull, which is one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. You know who Snubbull is, right? is a pure fairy type.
Okay.
Instead of but then you have like Jigglypuff is a normal fairy. Mr. Mime is a psychic fairy.
Yeah.
It's a huge retcon change.
But I like that.
It's
I like
cool.
that because then it adds like you said, it adds utility to a lot of these Pokemon. Like
that were forgotten.
I'm playing through Pokemon Fire Red right now, and it's like I'm a completionist, so I want to catch all the Pokemon. But there's tons of Pokemon that I'm like, shit, I don't want to. Yeah, it's like I don't want to have to level these up to get them to the next evolved state because it's like they suck.
Yeah.
Like they're not really useful.
And I think I don't really care about the mega evolutions.
I see, and
they're kind of cool though because it does also allow for Pokemon that were considered It's all these moves are to make it so Pokemon that were like forgotten or whatever can have a new, like Venusaur is like now great because of its mega evolution and stuff.
Yeah.
Like when we were kids, if you played Red and Blue, Venusaur was the one nobody ever chose.
Yeah.
But now Venusaur is like, if you go on like websites and like Smogon or whatever, it's like one of the top tier like Pokemon to use in battle.
Damn.
So
yeah, I almost always chose Charizard.
My first Pokemon I ever picked when I played Pokemon Blue, because I got Red and Blue at the same time.
Oh, see, I just got Pokemon Red. Yeah.
I got a Game Boy and Red and Blue. Was Squirtle.
Yeah. My brother was always a Squirtle person. I was always Charizard.
See, I never picked my starter based on the type. For me, it's always whichever one I think looks the coolest.
Yeah.
So like Gen 1, I would switch between Squirtle and my first playthrough, I guess you could say. When I played Blue version, I had picked Squirtle. Gold and Silver, I think I picked Cyndaquil the first time through.
Yep.
And then I switched to Totodile. I've played every starter.
Yeah.
Obviously. But then like Mudkip, and then when I went back, I picked Trico because my tastes change. But I always just switch it up. I never pick the same type.
See, I think I almost always either lean water or fire.
You never go grass? I love grass types.
I did this time, but that's only because I was able to trade all three starters, and Venusaur is my main right now, and then like I have the other two, just because I'm a completionist.
Yeah, I treat like my Sceptile on my Alpha Sapphire. It's killer.
Oh man,
Snivy is one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. So
yeah, no, I remember the first time I beat the Elite Four. I had like I had a level 99 Charizard. This was on Pokemon Red, and I think my next highest Pokemon was like a level 40. And it was just like through brute fucking force.
That's what you could do in those old gens.
Yeah.
And they really changed it when they introduced different battle mechanics. Like the physical special change where you, like I explained it to you, the moves aren't based physical or special based on their type anymore. It's just the individual move. So if you're playing Black and White right now, right?
Yeah.
When you check a Pokemon's move, there'll be a little symbol. It'll be like a little red, orange like thing, or like a blue like circles. Blue circles means it's a special. Like the red, orange POW thing is a physical.
Okay.
So you know what type of move it is. Where like in the original games, Fire Punch was a special type move because it was a fire type. Well, in the new games, it's a physical type move because it's it's punch.
Yeah.
They just made it make more sense.
Yeah. I just remember like just brute forcing my way through the Elite Four.
You could do that all the way through Fire Red, pretty much. Where my Fire Red, I had my Charizard and my Mewtwo, and like there was no reason for anything else.
Yeah. I have like a group of Pokemon that I'm using as my mains right now, and I'm just like trying to keep them all within a couple levels of each other.
Yeah.
On Fire Red.
And X and Y makes that really easy because early in the game you get an EXP share, and it works the same as EXP all, like in Red and Blue. So all your Pokemon get EXP, so it keeps them all pretty balanced. So it's not like in like all the other games where like my starter is 20 levels higher than the rest of my team.
Yeah.
Everyone stays pretty equal, which is... At first I thought, oh, this kind of sucks. Everyone's leveling up really fast. And then I realized, actually, this is pretty cool because it keeps my team pretty level.
What sucks about Fire Red right now is, like, the Pokemon trainers are much higher levels than the wild Pokemon in the area. Yeah. So I'm trying to level up some Pokemon to catch up, and it's like, it's impossible.
You have to grind. Really
it's like, man, this sucks so bad. So it's like, I'll purposefully bring along like 2 weak Pokemon, put them in the first slot in my party, let them get half the XP and then fucking just destroy them with another Pokemon.
Yeah.
And it's like, but it's pain. Okay.
You don't have any few tangents, but
Yeah.
you've got a few other questions.
Yeah, I have a few other questions. What generation is your favorite?
4.
Gen 4?
Because of Heart Gold and Soul Silver, they're the best Pokemon games ever. They took, I mean, yes, there were things that came out in Gen 5 and 6 that I really liked, but that I wish I could, like, just take those bits and put into Heart Gold and Soul Silver. But to me, it's got the best color palette. You've got a Pokemon that follows you around. It's Johto over again, which, I mean, everyone loves Gold and Silver. Mm-hmm. You get to go to Johto and Kanto. It basically takes everything that was they couldn't do in Gold and Silver and did in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Mm-hmm. Safari Zone's back. They had to shorten the games or like take things out because they had 2 full regions.
Yeah.
So like in the original Gold and Silver, Viridian Forest was cut down.
Yeah.
Well, in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the Viridian Forest is still there, and in and like Mount Moon is still there and all this stuff. Like it's just a way more complete game.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean it's Gold and Silver, like the best version of the best generation. So.
Do you know the history behind Heart Gold and Soul Silver?
The history behind it?
Yeah, like why it's named that?
No.
There was a ROM hacker that took the original Gold and Silver and brought it up to, I think it was during Gen 4s or during Fire Red and stuff.
That's Gen 3.
Gen 3, okay. So during that, he did all that, basically. He brought it up to what Gen 3 was at and then added in the entire full region with Gen 3 graphics and named them Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
And they just... It's like, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I like that.
It was like, well...
Well, it makes sense. Like, what else are you gonna do for Heart Gold and Soul Silver?
No, yeah. So I think it's really cool. I don't know if they, like, sued him or did anything bad like that, but I hope they didn't. Because it was a really great idea.
There's so many Pokemon ROM hacks.
Those games, because I remember, I played the shit out of Pokemon Red. Because I just had one. My brother had blue and yellow, which pissed me off because I wanted yellow so bad.
I had red, blue, and yellow.
Yeah.
I was one of those kids.
So then I got gold and he got silver. And I just remember playing the shit out of that game and then getting to a point where I was like, okay, I beat the Elite Four. Like, sweet, I can't wait to go through and like play again. And all of a sudden I was like, wait, what the fuck? We get to go back to Kanto? What? And it was like, oh my god, this is the best game ever.
Yeah, the Elite Four and Gold and Silver really aren't like the end of the game.
No.
Because if you think about it, the Elite Four and Gold and Silver, their Pokemon are like level 40.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, this is... You're chomps.
Well, I know. I was like, oh man, this is way easier than I remember Red and Blue being.
But then you have to go through the whole Kanto. Like, that's the real Elite Four.
And that was so fucking cool. That was like, yes, this is awesome.
Yeah. I wish and it's too bad none of the other Pokemon games do. But the only reason it's like that is because Gold and Silver was supposed to be the end. Mm-hmm. There was never going to be any more games after that. That's the whole reason we went back to Kanto. Or the original title for Pokemon Gold and Silver was just going to be Pokemon 2.
Yeah.
It's going to be the sequel. So, like...
Yeah. For me, I think Gold and Silver have a special place in my heart. Maybe when I play through and finish Heart Gold and Soul Silver, that'll be my favorite. But Pokemon Emerald is like my all-time favorite at this moment in time. I just love the region. I love like all the functionality that they added and like all the cool Pokemon.
You'll love Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Okay, so we talked about your generation that's your favorite. Your favorite Pokemon game, probably Heart Gold or Soul Silver.
Yep.
What's your second favorite for those who are listening?
Black 2 and White 2.
Yeah. Because
as an overall game, it's like, all right. But one of the biggest things that made me like about it is the post-game play. There's a lot of post-game stuff. And you can run into high-level wild Pokemon. Mm-hmm. The biggest complaint for me with X and Y was after I had beaten the game, there's not a lot of post-game stuff, except like trivial bullshit I don't even care to do. And there are no wild Pokemon like above like 40-something.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I don't want to go catch like high-level Pokemon or battle high-level wild Pokemon, and I just can't. But in Black and White 2, there's spots where you can run into like level 66 Metangs, who evolve into Metagross. You know Metagross from Gen 3.
Yeah.
So like you can run or like level like 60 Clefairies or whatever. Like you can run into like high level Pokemon, and that was cool to me.
Yeah.
So that's why that's pretty high on my list.
Mm-hmm. What is your favorite Pokemon? And you mentioned shortly, but
That's really hard. I would. I could do like a top few.
yeah, do top 3 or 5.
Okay, let's do a Snivy,
Mm-hmm.
the Gen 5 grass starter. Snubble is one of my favorites. Elekid, I really like Elekid. Yeah, let's say those are my top 3 as of right now. Snivy, Snubble, and Elekid.
Okay. Mine, oh man, I should have thought about this way harder, but I'm a huge fan of dragon types. So like,
There's a lot of dragon types in Gen 5.
yeah,
You'll like that.
ooh, I will
They
love that.
introduced a
then.
lot of dragons.
Because I remember in the original games, I was like, fucking dragon types? I want all dragon types. And there was like, what,
There's
3?
Yeah. And there's no dragon type moves.
Yeah. So, Dragonite, I think, is my number 1.
I like Dragonite. I got a really cool Dragonite.
Dragonite's dope. Then I think Blaziken.
Oh, okay.
He was my favorite of that generation starters. And then I like Scyther.
Scyther. Scyther's one of my favorites too.
Yeah, and like I like the Pokemon that are just weird.
Yeah, see, like you like the weird, like the badass Pokemon,
Yeah.
and then my top 3 favorite are like the
cute
cutest
little
ones.
yeah. Or like I really liked now I'm not gonna remember his name. Tangle. Tangela. For no
You're
reason
the
other
only
than
one who likes.
I was like, he's fucking cool.
Well, you know, Tangela got an evolved form in Gen 4, right?
I did not know that.
A lot of Pokemon got an evolved form in Gen 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, if you like dragons, you'll like Gen 5 because they introduce like the most dragon types of any generation.
Yes.
And
I love dragons.
Have you ever seen Haxorus?
No.
All right. Well, when we're done here, we're gonna have you look up Haxorus.
Oh, okay.
He's a Gen 5 dragon type.
Yeah.
He's pretty tight.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about dragons, but I love the idea.
Really-
I think because in in gold and silver and then beyond, dragon types could a lot of times fly and sometimes swim. So it was like I could have dragon
Surf
types.
and fly.
Yeah, it's like I could have
Make your dragon your HM slave.
yeah, basically, and it's like yeah, and kick ass because they have like super high attack and defense
Right.
most.
But
of the
there's
time.
no dragon type moves. In Gen 4, they introduced a ton of dragon type moves.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sweet. So your dragons are your favorite type?
I think so.
My favorite type is electric.
See, and it's like I usually try to have a party with as many types as I can have represented.
Right. I'm not like a one type
Yeah.
person, but
But if they could all be dragons and something else, I would totally do it.
there's quite a few that are like part something.
Yeah.
Mega Sceptile in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire is dragon grass.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
Well, I'll have to get a 3DS. And,
yeah, you will have to get a 3DS.
Womp womp womp.
Yeah. Too bad you couldn't like get one before you go to South by, so you can just play it on the
man.
plane the whole time.
I could, but it'd be a terrible decision.
It'd be a
Scott.
terrible money decision.
Yeah. Spend money before I spend more money.
Yeah.
Just so I can have fun on a plane for. Oh man, I have a layover too in Denver.
Oh, well, seriously?
Yeah.
You go from Minneapolis to, so you have to go like, like,
Yep.
so there's just no straight.
There's no straight flights. Our choices were a layover in Dallas, or a layover in Denver. And I guess the layover in Dallas, we would have had to wait. The flight difference was like 4 hours or something, and the flight difference is like an hour and a half in Denver. So like, ugh.
Well,
Yeah.
do you have any other questions?
No, I mean that's it.
Cool.
Fucking Pokemon. I'm stoked.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm excited. I've been waiting for a new Pokemon game because I can only play like at my age now. I still play Pokemon, but I can't just after I've beaten the game. I can't just sit there and play more all the time. Cause
Yeah.
it's kind of boring. I want a new adventure to go on.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's why I kind of fell off. I fell off a Diamond. But it just felt like, man.
I did fall off when Diamond and Pearl came out, but then after Platinum came out, I played
Yeah.
Platinum and basically came back on. So I only fell off for a few
Yeah.
months. But cool. I guess that's it.
Yeah.
You can follow me on Twitter and everything else at ScottyBoy, SCOTTYBWO4Ys. And Matt, where you at?
You can follow me everywhere at Hagnerd, HAGNERD. You can follow us at Fuzzy Loaf. If you're listening to this on iTunes, you can find us on YouTube by searching Fuzzy Loaf. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, you can find us on iTunes by searching Fuzzy Loaf. Easy enough.
Pretty simple.
Yeah.
You can, all that like, comment, subscribe crap that everyone else says.
Yeah. Do that crap.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Tell us what we can improve on.
Tell us what your favorite Pokemon game is.
Yeah.
Or favorite Pokemon.
And favorite type, just give us all your favorite Pokemon
yeah, we
stuff.
should have gone over favorite types, but
Yeah.
we did.
I covered it. I got you covered.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's it. So, as Blue would say in Red and Blue, smell you later. Okay, are you recording already?
Yeah.
Okay. Ugh.